G'day ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining me on this journey into ecological dynamics and the constraints-led approach for grappling. Today I'm going to have to separate today's up into two videos. Main reason being is because I actually have for you today some games that we actually played today, so yeah, I'm pretty keen to show you these because it's obviously the first time. But I figure what I actually did was I recorded the entire bloody session, so it's like a 30-odd minute video, and it is taking ages to process. And while I was processing it, I found the dead drills that I was doing before that, in my opinion, they rapidly increased my my ability to teach the old method, like let's call it the linear method. But what it allowed me to do is teach like from a position and not have to teach what that position is. And yeah. Anyway, I won't go too far into it because what we're going to do is we're just going to review this. This is the original drill that was shown to me by Alex, who got it shown to him by Neil, his coach, and it's actually on my Fight 4 channel, but I won't go into that. Essentially though, if we just watch this, you know, we've got an entrance to just like a ashi where we're isolating and double enclosure over that one hip. So I think that's something that's really key, and this is something that I've been playing with quite a bit. But what I wanted to show is just this drill. All right, so we go there. We can do whatever we want from here. One thing, yeah, I won't do it like it's a class, but now we've got double ashi, alright, and we're going to go over into like a game over position, alright, and from there, boom, going to pass it over, and then we're into a cross ashi position. Again, these are all leg entanglements. This is 50-50 from here. We then can do like an inside 50-50 and an outside 50-50. I've spoken about this before, that this particular drill is what got me to do other drills. So he's going to an outside, well, that's me, as you can tell. But I'm going to an outside ashi, outside 50-50, and then giving him the old snap of the ankle if I wanted to. Alright, so with that drill, it allowed me to go and create, I suppose, a few other drills. So I created like a close guard drill. Again, like I don't like this at all anymore. Like I really don't. I look at this and I just think, you know, oh, it's so contrived. Like look at how I do this. So, all right, I'm going to take his back here. Like now, my goal now is like, alright, I want to get behind that shoulder. Alright? So I don't have anything to do with any of this nonsense. Alright? We go along a little bit further. It's contrived. He gets his arm back. You know? Boom, boom. I get this knee in. Right? I clamp this down. He's not resisting. So all of this is just basically, it's kata for BJJ. That's what it is. It's kata I just figured it out. It's kata for BJJ, right? So all of these, yeah, okay. It's the way I give a lot of shit to kata for karate and that sort of thing. But when I'm thinking, and then they say, oh, well, you don't understand. It's so that you know this and you know it. You don't understand the bunkai, however you pronounce it. You don't understand the application for it, right? Let's go here. This is a half guard drill. Again, like the one thing I did like about this is we were just doing these drills, and then what it meant was people were able to identify what they were in, right? So they had the labels. Now I'm a bit less concerned about the label as such, but what I did like about this is that it allowed me, and I think if I harken back to the leg lock drill, it allowed me to understand when I was in a position of dominance versus a position of weakness or submission, right? If I was in a position of dominance, and so what was happening was in rolls I was doing things that, like, if how do I explain this? I'll ease back. Sorry guys, a bit excited because I found these. With these particular things, I found that particularly with leg locks, I wasn't ever confident in leg locks, and the issue with that was that every time I got into any kind of entanglement with the legs, I was frantically trying to get out of them, or frantically just grabbing it at an ankle and I think the only time that I felt confident was when I was going for a knee bar. That was the only time that I felt confident in a leg entanglement. Everything else, I was like, get the fuck away from me. Now, the more I've worked with them, well, the more I did this drill, the more I recognised the positions, and the more I realised, oh, okay, I'm actually okay. I'm in a more dominant position. I'm in a safer position than they are, and in fact, I can attack, with less concern for them attacking me at certain points. So it gave me that understanding, but I strongly believe now, with the looking at it from the perspective of, okay, what are some of the requirements when you are in a leg entanglement? Well, their knee, this here, should be above your thigh line, and what I call the thigh line is basically like a red line across here. So if that knee pops down to here, well, then you no longer have control of that leg. So, and things like that, double enclosure, like I said earlier on in this video. So yeah, I just wanted to show that these were the types of dead drills that I was doing prior. I didn't think they were bad. I actually gave them props, because we did, like, it's not on here, but the open guard drill. And what happened with the open guard drill is, like, when we came around to open guard attacks and stuff in the curriculum, I could be like, okay guys, we're going to be working on De La Riva, and I didn't need to, no, your leg has to, no, your leg should be through, put your arm here, no, your other arm. I didn't have to do any of that. Because we'd just done it as a rote learning practice, they were kind of already there. So in that respect, it was okay. But again, I feel like I can get them to self-organise around that much easier now, without necessarily needing it. The good thing is, though, is I actually use these as a little bit of a warm-up, so particularly with the open guard. So I don't want to throw the baby out with the bathwater, right? So what I started doing with the open guard drill, it was sort of a series of, say, 6 to 8 open guard style things. So it was like spider to like a seated, to a tripod where you've 2 feet are behind and you're pushing, and so what I started doing is going, okay, you now know this sequence, but what I want to do is at each one I want you to take someone down, or I want you to off balance them, or use that position to destabilize, essentially. And so people got really, like, it was actually really good, and now that I'm thinking about it, I was about to shit on my own drills, But they are actually good for that. So I think that there is benefit to this. I just don't think there's benefit to it with the contrived sense of, okay, now he gets his arm back. Now that he's got his arm back, I can execute such and such. No, that's not what we're doing. What we're doing is fucking, okay, what's his response? Well, let's find out. Get him into a live position, alright, and he's got to get out of that. And then you've got to keep him in that kind of thing. Yep. Anyway, thanks very much for joining me. I'll have a second video coming up, so I shall see you tomorrow. Thanks for joining me on the ecological dynamics and constraints-led approach to grappling. Much love, peace.